In all, another great week for the crypto bulls. The crypto market had one of its best weeks for the last 3 months, gaining almost 18%. However, for the bears, we had Senator Elizabeth Warren writing a letter to Congress pressing them for crypto regulation. And for the bulls, we did have the first US mutual fund going live. However, it does come with a little twist. More on that later. Lots to cover, so in this video we'll be looking at the price action for the week, 3 charts of the week, and then we'll finish with the biggest news stories of the week. As always, if you do enjoy anything in the video, then drop a like, always appreciated. Okay, so it's been a great week for the crypto market, gaining almost 20% in just 1 week. Take a look. So this was the Bitcoin chart that I showed just last week, and I added in the support and the resistance, and I explained in technical analysis this is what is called a falling wedge pattern. And I said this is actually a bullish pattern, and that 2 out of 3 times it finishes with a breakout to the upside. Now, in just 1 week, this is what happened. We literally went on to have a breakout to the upside. Now, I'm first to admit this is nothing but luck on my part, but this is great news for the crypto market, and it's jumped almost 20% in just 1 week. So, a very bullish week for the crypto market, and is this the reversal that we've all been waiting for? Let me know what you think below. From a fundamentals point of view, it's also looking very strong. Many of the China miners have now migrated and are beginning to come back online. Hash rate is beginning to pick back up. And as you'll see at the end, the developments in crypto are coming in thick and fast. Okay, next up we have the charts of the week. Check it out. So first up, we have a chart going back to the beginning of the year, so the last 6 months. And it shows this big run up that we had all the way to the peak before we had this big crash. And why I really like this chart, as it shows when Coinbase did their IPO. And as you can see, Coinbase managed to time the absolute top of the market for the year. And we know that many employees did in fact sell their shares at the IPO, so they obviously got a really good price. And the other great thing it shows is that Elon Musk's tweet that went out about suspending Bitcoin payments, it looks to me that this was literally the snowflake that went on to cause the avalanche. Number 2 has to do with revenue, and this shows the revenue for the past year for the top decentralized applications and blockchains. And as you can see, the number 1 that is absolutely dominated is Ethereum, 4 times higher than even the second spot, which was Bitcoin. Uniswap, which is currently the largest DEX. At number 3, Binance Smart Chain, I think is a big up-and-comer. Now, the counter-argument would be that Ethereum has really high gas fees, which is why it generated so much revenue. But think about it, people wouldn't use something if it wasn't valuable. And third and final, we have the Bitcoin cycle of 2013, and overlaid is what is currently happening in this current cycle. And what's crazy is just how correlated the Bitcoin price was to the 2013 run. We had this initial run up, a pullback even at this stage, followed by this mid-cycle correction. This one has gone a little deeper, but it looks like it's getting back on track. But what this clearly shows is that Bitcoin has done this before. So 3 excellent charts, and crazy how Coinbase was able to time the absolute top for its IPO. And the employees who sold to the public obviously got a really good deal. And it looked to me that Elon Musk's tweet about Tesla suspending Bitcoin payments was the snowflake that caused the avalanche. And when it comes to revenue generated for the past year, then Ethereum has dominated. And now with multiple layer 2 solutions being rolled out, it will be really interesting to see what happens from here. Now, before we jump into the biggest news of the week, I do want to thank Crypto20 for sponsoring this video. Crypto20 by Invictus, the world's Senator Warren urges coordinated and holistic response to dangers of crypto. In her letter to Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen, Warren cited DeFi, crypto-enabled cyberattacks, and unique threat posed by stablecoins as risks to the financial system. As demand for cryptos continue to grow and these assets become more embedded in our financial system, consumers, the environment, and our financial system are under growing threats. And Warren cited 5 main risks posed by under-regulated crypto market: exposure to hedge funds and other investment vehicles that lack transparency, risks to banks, unique threats posed by stablecoins, use in cyber attacks that can disrupt the financial system, and risks from decentralized finance. There was a survey done by Gallup, which surveyed 1,000 US investors, and it showed that 3 years ago, only 2% of US investors held Bitcoin. And more recently, this is now 6%. It showed that under 50s were adopting it faster, and more men adopting than women, and that 3 years ago it was just large accounts, but this has now more evened out. And we now have pension funds getting into Bitcoin. New Jersey Pension invested $7 million in Bitcoin mining stocks last quarter. The $30 billion pension took stakes in Riot Blockchain and Marathon Digital Holdings, in a first for the state. And why would they choose Bitcoin mining stocks? Well, this way they can get access to Bitcoin, but through a regulated market. Then, great to see India being progressive. India to use Ethereum blockchain to verify diploma certificates. A new partnership with Legit.doc places India among early adopters to implement e-governance system for higher education. Congrats, India. Major Thai telecom operator plans to outmine all of Southeast Asia. Jasmine Telecom Systems has announced its ambitious Bitcoin mining plans to become the largest BTC miner in Southeast Asia. And basically, they've installed 500 Bitcoin mining machines over this last quarter, and their aim is to install a further 5,000 machines over the coming year. Then we have Coca-Cola getting into NFTs, and they have created their first ever NFT collections. And you want to see what this looks like? This is the one they have created for Decentraland. So in a virtual world, you will begin to see this. Coca-Cola walking around in virtual worlds advertising. Then, big news, ProFunds launches the first Bitcoin strategy mutual fund. And this eliminates the need to access Bitcoin through unregulated exchanges or wallets. And they have announced their Bitcoin strategy ProFund BTCFX, designed to provide investment results that correspond to the performance of Bitcoin. But as we all know, ETFs are not legally allowed to go live. So when I read the small print, this fund invests in Bitcoin futures contracts. The fund does not invest directly in or hold Bitcoin, so it's getting around the rules by investing in futures. But as you can see, the pressure is mounting for a legitimate ETF. And then Facebook. Mark Zuckerberg is turning trillion-dollar Facebook into a metaverse company. Following the quarterly release of Facebook's earnings numbers, where the CFO walked analysts through the nitty-gritty of company financials, CEO Mark Zuckerberg took a moment to zoom out and talk through the company's future goals, specifically calling out his ambition to turn Facebook into a metaverse company. What is the metaverse? It's a virtual environment where you can be present with people in digital spaces. You can kind of think of this as an embodied internet that you're inside of rather than just looking at. And then, saving the best till last, good news for all UK people, PayPal to expand Bitcoin buying to the UK. PayPal President and CEO Dan Schulman has issued new details about the payment giant's Bitcoin and crypto services expansion. As part of their Q2 earnings call, Schulman hinted at the possibility of buy and sell functionality being available in the UK as soon as next month. But the great news about this, guys, is that this update may be part of a larger effort to debut what it's calling its super app, which would offer, check this out, high yield savings. So having another company like BlockFi with the reputation of PayPal giving you high yields on your crypto holdings. So all in all, a very positive week for crypto. We had a price breakout, Ethereum dominating revenues, pension funds getting exposure to Bitcoin, India testing out Ethereum, Coca-Cola making NFTs, the first US Bitcoin mutual fund, Facebook stating its plans to become a metaverse company, and PayPal could be opening up its crypto shop in the UK as early as next month, and with a high yield option. So there you are, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Just to say then, if you did, then drop a like, and a big thank you to everyone who does. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, then click below and join us. I've got some great videos coming up that you don't want to miss. To get access to the free Q2 crypto report from Invictus, then I'll leave a link for that below. Okay, cheers guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.